Welcome back, people. This is going to be good because we're now going to build the palace. Well, there's two things I want to build first. Two tiers, and then after the two tiers, I then start building the palace on top. So in part one, it's about building like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. My version of it, anyway. Not exact. I'm not matching it. It's what the whole purpose of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon was the king felt not guilty, but he felt a little bit off with his new queen, his wife, that comes from a lush green place and moving it into the desert. So he made the Hanging Gardens of Babylon to give her a taste of home, and it was meant to be lush with all this greenery and all this other stuff in the palace grounds as a manicured gardens and other bits. So that's something else on top of the palace, the two tiers, which would be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. On top of that, he also built the palace on top of that, and they lived in the palace. Underneath would be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Right. They also had manicured gardens and waterfalls, and it looked lush and green and lots of water. Because I'm pretty sure if you in that region or that area, if you had waterfalls and lots of fresh water around you, you were displaying your wealth. So this is what I'm going to try and recreate here in Minecraft, if I can. My version of it. I ain't matching it, you get me? I can't match it. I can do. I could do a decent enough job, but well. So the idea behind these four posts, or four, I call them posts because they're like rooms, four rooms on each of the corners, is to build like a framework to build the next tier and then the next tier. And then on top of those two tiers, I've said before, the palace. But the design phase of this, everything I tried to get this door, the first bit of the door looking good, or the entrance to it, I'm thinking, yeah, this is working. No, it's not working. I ripped it down. I started again, ripped it down, started again. I did this so many times in just this build, it's unbelievable. But by the end of this video, this first part, you'll see me change and go, I like it. Oh, I like it. And it starts to move in that way. And okay, I don't film all of my design choices. I just do it. You'll see me when I stop recording for a bit and then come back on. You'll see me punch the sky or something, and then that's me just stopping that section a little bit. And then when it'll all work the same way. In other words, it'll all the way to the end. It's finished. Tier 1 and Tier 2 is finished. You're going to see it to the end of this video. It's only about 26 minutes long anyway. I thought, can I make it a bit shorter? See, I did this, and I thought, if I do every design choice, after filming this one, I thought, do I want to show this one? Well, yeah. I'll show you what I'm like when I'm designing stuff in Minecraft. I'll rebuild it, break it down, rebuild it, and eventually I get to something, I like it. I don't think I'm going to have that luxury doing the palace, because I think I've got it in my head, and how I'm going to build it, and I think this is going to be my most epic build of all. I say that just because I think it's going to look cool. I don't see anybody else building out of this material, so that's a new thing. So yeah, I'm using lots of sandstone and that lovely brick in this, give it extra textures. I'm going to add waterfalls. I'm going to have valleys with water. There's going to be lots of stuff going, and lush. There's going to be trees. There's going to be plants and flowers. There's going to be all sorts within the grounds. Then all that's L-shaped ground the other side around the palace area. That's going to be manicured gardens with veg and trees and I might even stick the odd, what's it called? A ZZ tree from like moss block. And I put loads of those everywhere to make it look real good. I'll tell you what would really look good is when the 1.20 update comes. Oh yeah, put some of them cherry blossoms in. Yeah. So as you can see, all that changed. It just wasn't working, all that sandstone. It looked a bit too white. So this build, what you see here, I like. I don't want, see the bottom 2 tiers to the palace, right? I don't want that to look too cool. I want the emphasis to be on the palace itself, you get me? So this is, it still looks, I think it looks cool. I think it looks good. It's a more of a palace comfort at the same time, do you know what I mean? But yeah, eventually it'll start to look like the Hanging Guards. Well, my version of the Hanging Guards of Babylon anyway. So yeah, I'm going to replicate this now a few times to get 4 of those posts together. And it's when you start building and designing and go, let's make it out of this material. Let's do this out of this material. And thinking, it's when only then you start to realise you haven't got a lot. You need more resources. More? Yeah. So that's why I call this the grind palace, because everything to build this thing so far, for this part anyway, I emptied my cobblestone deep slate boxes. Emptied, gone. Emptied all my stone boxes. They were gone. I emptied all my I emptied some dirt boxes, and I emptied my, well, I know I had about half a box full anyway of dark oak and other bits and bobs. They were gone. But jeez. So then I had to find every box that wasn't sectioned away inside the actual main thing. That manicure garden, because I've got that step there now, where that sand is, all that's going to have to come up one layer. No, all that's got to go. Okay, that dirt hasn't got to come up. The grass, that can stay. But all that sand and everything, all that's going to have to get replaced with dirt for now. So I've got to do that yet. But that's another project. That's the after I finish the palace itself. And then we turn to the garden area. But that's way off. Absolutely way off. This took... Basically, I spent all day Saturday. I said I'm going to have a full session on this thing. There we go, people. And I like it. I've started to build like a cut-in. There's going to be like a cut-in that overhangs a little bit. Which I'm going to show you what I'm doing now anyway. I'm just going to have a good look. Have a good look. I like it. When I start adding some more bits to it, it starts to look better and better and better. And I might even at the end of this video, you're going to see where I left it. And I'm going to be doing some more to it, you know. I might stick, like I said, I might go banners. I might put lots of banners everywhere. I might stick some signs everywhere to make that look good. You could put signs over doors or something. It's going to look an amazing place that I call home. I'm all in, people. If I'm gonna go all in anywhere, yeah, and I'm gonna make it different places look good and cool, then this is the world I concentrate on. I don't focus on another world that I'm playing in. I'm just having a bit of fun in those worlds, a bit of a break from the grind, because so far I've gone mining. To get to this stage now, I've used all my sandstone up, gone, to build the 4 rooms, or the 4 corners. And then I went sandstone again to build these. And I run out of this after. I thought, gee, I'm going to have to get some more sandstone. And then after this, I go a second time. So 2 lots of sandstone I dug out. And went later, probably in part 2, of building a palace, which might be part 3, may even be part 4, but let's say in part 2 I will show you where I dug out all of that sandstone. It is epic. either way, I thought to myself, do I want the dirt touching the wall? I thought, it looks naff. I don't want it looking naff. So I'm all in now. I'm going to put this lovely textured brick alongside this. That looks better, doesn't it, people? There you go. It encases the dirt and the grass. A separation. I like it. It keeps that brick theme going through it. Those, don't worry about those turtles. They despawn later. Well, they got no bloody choice. Yeah, so I've just got to work out what to do with that centre floor. What do I want to do the roof of? And I thought, it's quite a vast open space, really, isn't it? I don't know. So I'm thinking, hang on. If I put the floor here, then those textured bricks, what you see here, pointless having those bricks there. I could put dirt in that space, and you wouldn't see it anyway. Because I need to move these bricks. I need a row of bricks moved over one layer. Thinking they could come up then. So I rip them all up. I told you before. If it's a waste of material, and I spent so long in getting it, I want it back. If you're not going to see the brick, sod it. I'll take it back up. But the hard bit is, what do I choose to fill this floor and the ceiling with? I'm thinking, what do I choose? What have I got lots of? Cobblestone deep slate, yeah. I'll bring that texture into the build. And that texture in a minute is going to be, I think it's cobblestone deep slate tiles. Because I like that texture. So I think that's what I do. I go cobblestone deep slate tiles. And yeah, I think it looks good eventually. And I even have to go mining for some more of that. Crazy. Run out. So I had to go once for cobblestone deep slate, twice for sandstone, and twice for standard stone with a silk touch pick. And I've emptied all my resources for all three of them. Just to build this, for which you'll see the end result in a minute. But I think it looks pretty good, people. I've got 4 bricks depth on this. I think it looks good. I've got a nice big massive room there. These will be 4 private gardens, but we are able to access the centre bit anyway. I just don't know what to do with this, the grand entrance. I want to come off the ocean and come into it with a grand entrance type of feel. I mean, it looks good as it is, but it isn't the finished product. I've got to put some dressings on it, some greenery and plants and flowers and other bits and bobs. But I said that before. But it's tough. And when you're going through this design phase, it's picking and choosing what to do and how to do it and what to build it with. And that's all the hard questions. So sometimes I build it and go, no, it looks crap. I can't have that. I just can't have that. So, like now, I'm looking, I didn't like the idea of that brick there overhanging, thinking, yeah, that's more like it. I can hang lanterns off then. I think it'll look pretty cool. Let's try this side. Do you know what? I like it, people. So I carried it through. Like I say, I'm going to add some more bits to the design on the outside, more bits on the inside. It's going to look amazing eventually. I mean, there's lots of tidbits to go in. I'm going to probably mess with the outside a little bit more to make it look good. Put some banners everywhere. Could even put a few item frames over the doors and put some bits in. There's so many different choices what you can dress this up with and make it look even better than what it does at the end of this video. You'll go, wow. You should go, wow. It took me all day Saturday just to build. I would say mining the resources again. I think it was only about 2 hours max. The other 6 hours playing was all about doing the building and the design work. Crazy. So I'm just picking out where I'm going to start building the next 4 posts. Because I built 4 posts out from that side, and then 4 posts further inwards. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, building 4 posts inwards. Then on top of that, straight on top of this tier, will go the palace. I aren't building 4 more posts. So that's it. I was going to go 3 tiers, but basing it on how high it's already got and how it looks on the outside, I don't think it needs 3 tiers. So I'm at 68. By the time I finish, I'm on 90. I want the palace itself to be quite high. You get me? Very high. A bit like what I did in the fortress, that big massive tower. But this tower will be a palace made out of a material that's not been used. I don't see people building properties out of this material. They may have it in different areas of builds and elements of it, but they don't build with it. I am building with that material. Wow. So ocean monuments, in the next episode, I'm going to go and raid it. I'm going to possibly need about 5 to 6 ocean monuments worth of this stuff. Probably more, because it's the only place you can get it. Then creative, whack it up, innit? Hey! But we're not in creative. I'm in survival. And the only way to get your hands on materials is to go and get it and mine it. That's the problem of it. So I want to keep that. I want to keep achievements on in this world. Do you know what I mean? Just keep that. You need to go mining. So I haven't cheated. This is a bodified world. I haven't cheated. You have to go do some serious mining if you want the resources to build the bloody thing. And it's been a grind so far. There's going to be a bigger grind doing the ocean monuments. I probably might even need 15 or 20 ocean monuments to get the resources to do the palace. So, wow. This is why I've named it the Grind Palace. And it is. It's going to be. It is the Grind Palace. But yeah, I've got lots of choices and bits and bobs to do to it. Make different changes. I think it will look good, people. But here we go. Another dramatic change. Look at this. Yeah. I've got waterfalls in it now. On three on this side, 3 on each side, and then 1 on each of the corners of the top buildings. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Hey? Now you're going to imagine flowers. I did like the idea of having all those doors, having this stream of water, that blueness, and I thought, yeah, looks good. Later, I changed that too. So don't worry about it. I'll have a drink of my tea. Yeah, don't worry about these ladders and bits and bobs, they all disappear too. I'm just got to formulate some sort of water feature, bits and bobs, doors, glass windows. There's lots of things I want to do. Like on that dock, I got like a dock area at the front there where the grand entrance is. I'm going to build my own ship. Do you know what I mean? So that'll be like a stop-off point. Instead of going to the main property, I can just stop off at the ship and dump some stuff. Dumping ship. The problem is we can't sail in the ship. It's for decoration. So here's me marking out now, people, where the 4 corners of the palace will be. And I think the floor space is going to be epic. It's big enough for me, people. I just need some resources now to build it. And the resource I've chosen... Really? You've chosen that material? Yeah, why not? I don't mind the grind, people. I don't mind the grind. So this is another little idea. I thought all that space, I don't like all that space doing nothing. What we could do here is build I think they're called a pagoda. It's like a garden lean-to to the actual building. And then you grow produce in there, or flowers or plants or something. So this is what I'm building here, a pagoda on this terrace type of thing. I think it looks, by the end, when you see what it looked like, I think you'll be happy with it. You know, I like it. I might change some bits about this to the way it looks on the outside. I might stick some trapdoors up to hide that brickwork a little bit in places. I don't know. Definitely some banners. I needed that, people. Woo. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to grow in each one of these quarters with the pagodas. I don't know what to do with them yet. Again, just deciding what to do. That's the hard thing, isn't it? I might do like flowers in one. I might put, I mean, let's face it, you could, if you wanted to, put one of each veg, carrots, potatoes, a beetroot and wheat on each one of them as an emblem, and then not farm it. Do you know what I mean? That'll be an emblem to Minecraft. The 4 veg that you can grow in the ground are in those pagodas. Do you know what I mean? Could do, couldn't I? Not bad. I'm just even watching back this. I'm thinking, oh, I could do this, or I could do that. That's why it took 6 hours to build it. Some of the structures, some of the bits, once I decided and I said, yeah, that looks good, I just cracked on, and it took no time at all. You know, it's picking and choosing what to do. Like this, again, look at that white wall, the sandstone on the corner. It just wasn't gelling. Bit later, when you see the finished result, you'll see all that change again. I changed that with brick, and now it looks good. Now it's gelling for me. So yeah, you're going to see things change a little bit in a minute. Quite dramatically. Quite dramatically. But I think it looks good. I mean, if you also think it looks cool, good and amazing, please leave a comment in the down below, because your comments will drive me to do some more. I'm going to do it anyway, but it's nice to have your comments. There we go, people. Look at this. Yeah. I might even extend it over the thing. I don't know yet. There's lots of choices and bits and tweaks I want to do. I don't know if I like those bits now on the ends, because I put this corner piece in as brick. I don't know if I like the fence panels in between the bricks. I do and I don't. I don't know what to do yet. I'm leaving it for now, but I might change it. But these are all done. Now I can swap between each one of them if I need to or want to. I can get to them and change them. I just need to work out how I'm going to do this top bit after. I don't know whether I want to join them up and then put some more glowberries down. I just don't know. It's a funny one, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It is a funny one. Where do we go? But what was bugging me while walking around here was all that white stone, all that whiteness of it. I thought, I don't like that whiteness. It's a bit too white. It needs that toning down. What can we tone it down with? Of course, vines. What we need is vines. And of course, not only did I do the vines, I also did lots and lots of lanterns and put them everywhere and started to dress it up. And here it is, people. Here is the final result of a full Saturday's worth of work. 8 hours work. This is what it is. I like it, people. I really like it. I might have to do some... I've put some stairs in. You've seen them before. But now I can get to the top, both tiers. Nice and easy. It's got these vines everywhere over the sandstone. I've got these lanterns everywhere. I mean, I might even go to do some serious trading and get some more lanterns from the traders. That'll be the cheapest option than using resources. I'm going to need those resources when I build the 6 not conduits, what they're called, beacons. So I'm going to build 6 beacons eventually, somewhere, and put them around the grounds. But overall, people, tier 1, tier 2 is done to the Angin. That there is the Angin Gardens of Babylon, without any flowers or plants. You get me? So they've got to go in. They're yet to go in. I've got some. I may have some lava, a lava waterfall somewhere, but I might have them coming off the main palace. Do you know what I mean? Somewhere to make that look epic. But I'm happy, people. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I'm happy with what I've done. So if you think it's rubbish or good, leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you in part 2. So thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.